What is up guys, JayFerGaming here and welcome back to my Felipe Massa career mode. This is the Mexican Grand Prix and I can't wait for this one. I love this track, apart from that double right-hander which is incredibly slow and frustrating, but the rest of the track is freaking awesome. So glad it's in this game and it's great for this exciting championship battle. If you missed any of it, go and check it out on my channel. It's been brilliant so far and with 3 races to go, the championship battle rages on. Hamilton's leading by about 30 points I think it is from Rosberg and myself, so he'll be looking to secure the title if he can, which I think he can do. I haven't really worked it out, but into qualifying, first lap was not great. P10, we need to improve desperately. This is our last lap of the session and we are up to P4, so a pretty good recovery lap there. Pretty happy with that, and the end of the session we were only 4/10 off the pole sitter Rosberg, so a pretty decent session there, well ahead of our teammate Valtteri Bottas who's in 6th, so I'm happy with that. That sets us up for a long run into turn 1 and we could potentially take the lead, you never know. We seem to be getting better getaways recently, so it's not too bad. And I'm looking forward to a fantastic Mexican Grand Prix. In terms of tyre wear is quite high around here. So that looks like we're going to be making 4 stops if I'm not mistaken. So I need to remember that my tyres have been running qualifying. That's one thing to remember. So we're getting ready for one of the longest runs to turn 1, even though my engineer says the complete opposite. And away we go. Not a bad start actually. But we should come back here. As Bottas, you can see in our mirrors, was just weaving side to side trying to get past us. But Rich makes slipstream. We're going to close in. We've got fantastic top straight line speed. And we're going up the inside. The 2 Ferraris, the 2 Mercedes are side by side. Our back end stepping out. We're up to 3rd. Very good. And now we're just behind the 2 Mercedes. We'll give Rosberg a bit of a boost. We want Rosberg to take the lead from Hamilton. That would be very important, unless we could do it of course. So we're setting ourselves up. We're going to go for a move here on Hamilton. Has to be done. Up the inside, he outbreaks us, but we have the inside line and we've got the move done up to P2 but behind Rosberg, so a very good start there from ourselves. Happy with that, and we're ahead of Hamilton, which is the key thing. We need to beat Hamilton in every race really, because even if we win the 3 races and he comes 2nd, he will still beat us in the title race. So we've got a lot of work to do. Hopefully Hamilton has a few issues along the way. And finally, after a couple of laps of trying, we got into the 1 second window of Rosberg. We are closing in and we've got so much more speed than anyone else in the field, and we're about to use it here. And this isn't even with DRS actually. I made a mistake earlier on, I didn't even have DRS. We absolutely breeze past the Mercedes. Our setup is absolutely incredible and we've taken the lead now. And if we could finish like this, that wouldn't be too bad, gaining 10 points on Hamilton. But obviously there is a very long way to go and we are sliding around the track there. But coming on to lap 8 now. Hamilton has overtaken Rosberg, so has Vettel. Rosberg's just suddenly dropped off for some reason. I don't know what's happening with him. And Hamilton is right on my tail with DRS. He's got much better straight line speed than Rosberg, and he's trying to go for a move around the outside. We have gone defensive into turn 1. We've missed the apex, so I don't know where the hell Hamilton's off to. He's completely missed the corner, and we've defended P1 there. And we've got a bit of breathing space now from the Mercedes driver. So some cars have gone into the pits now. My teammate is going in, and I think Vettel or Rosberg and Raikkonen. It's just me and Hamilton basically slugging it out for the lead. Look at this, trying to do a number of switchbacks to try and get the move done, but we went down to 2nd gear in last chicane, which probably wasn't the greatest idea. He gets DRS, but we're staying close with the slipstream. I'd rather be in the lead, so I'm going to go for a move up the inside of Hamilton. This is a little bit unnecessary. We're losing quite a bit of time to the other cars who are all going to get an undercut on us. They've pitted on lap 9, 10 and 11. I can't remember in what order, but we've retaken the lead and I've decided to pit at the end of this lap. Our tyres are going off. Obviously we use them in qualifying, so later on I think they can do probably a 14 lap stint, which isn't too bad. So we're going to put on the primes, try something different here, and we've been held up. Of course we have. We don't get a look in the pits. No, we never do. And what the hell is this? There's a huge queue of cars. There's Vettel just behind us. And Hamilton's actually the first car out. Then it's myself. Raikkonen, Rosberg, Bottas and Vettel have all been held up in this huge queue of cars. They've been packed so closely together. I didn't actually notice it at the time on the minimap. I think it was Danny Kvyat who was holding everyone up in 7th position. So we need to get past Nasser. Yep, And now we're just behind Hamilton, which will make things interesting. So this is kind of a unique situation. I haven't really been in this situation too often. Obviously it happened in Japan and I made contact with Ericsson, but apart from that, this doesn't happen too often because we're usually quite far ahead. We come out the pits and then we can easily make a pit stop and stay ahead of these guys. And we're going for a move here on Hamilton. We get Maldonado as well. A brilliant double overtake, and that's what we need to get rid of Hamilton and Vettel off our back, and we're on the prime tyres, so this is fantastic news. So the likes of Hamilton and Vettel are going to be waiting their option tyres. Vettel's behind us making a move on Maldonado. I don't know where Hamilton's gone, and we're going for a double overtake once again on the inside of Verstappen. We've boxed Verstappen in so we can go for Grosjean, and Grosjean once again has totally missed the corner. The AI absolutely suck at times, wheel to wheel, I've got to admit, but look at that train of cars behind. We're free of the train. And now we just need to be quick and consistent if possible on these prime tyres. We weren't too bad, but Vettel eventually got ahead of the likes of Nasser and Verstappen. And now he's on my back on lap 17. Hamilton's just behind him, so they're both going to be trying to make a move on me because I am obviously on the slower tyres. So we don't really fight Vettel. The key thing is to keep Hamilton behind, because I know in the final stint the AI will be on the primes. What a diving move by Hamilton. That was unbelievable. But we're going to try and fight back with a switchback if possible. No, we're seriously holding all these guys up because they're all on options and I don't have pace. These tyres are 2 seconds a lap slower than the options. And once again we're going to go on the inside of Hamilton. We are not letting him pass, but we're still side by side in this section. This should be pretty tricky because I find this section tricky on my own. Never mind side by side with the Mercedes. And still side by side, this is a great battle between the two championship contenders. I'm slightly far behind, but I'm going to go for it. This is very risky. We make slight contact. I just want to hold Hamilton back, make him waste his option tyres. And no, we can't get past him. And yeah, we're going to have to accept it, but we've gone wide. We messed up the first section of them S's, so you're out of sync for the rest of it. We're trying to defend from Bottas, and yeah, we just lost our head here. Composure's gone out the window. They're all flying past us. And we just need to calm down, get back on the pace and stop making these stupid mistakes. We have defended from Rosberg, but yeah, we're struggling on these prime tyres. They're not feeling great at all. And I can clearly see why they're 2 seconds a lap slower. And on the back of me, no doubt, Rosberg's going to go for a move here. And we're going to squeeze him to the inside, make it more difficult for him. And see if he can outbrake himself into turn 1. So we're going to go to the left and then go for a switchback if we can. Try and get this position back. We're going for it. And he is very slow in that section. And he virtually stops in the second section. Jesus Christ. And now the Ferrari of Raikkonen is through. Basically, we've let them all through. And now I thought, screw this. I'm not going to be involved in this. I'm going down to lead. You guys can go off. I'll catch back up in the final stint and later on in the race. But yeah, Rosberg and Raikkonen fancied going side by side for a number of laps. And it meant even in lean mix I caught up to these two. Hard battling, making contact like that. I thought about a move here, but no, that's very stupid indeed and very unnecessary. And these two are really holding me up, even in lean mix, which is unbelievable. So we're going to see what happens here. If we get the opportunity, I'm going to just go straight past them and try and catch up to the likes of Bottas, because these are really slow. Come on, guys. Hurry up. This is so unnecessary. Right, Rosberg's slow there. We're going to go for a move. Raikkonen's even slower, because now we're 3 wide. This is an unbelievable battle, which I don't need to be involved in. So we've got Raikkonen there. Yes, we have. We're behind Rosberg and on the DRS straight. The second one even. We got close enough. We're going to go for the move. Which way are we going to go? We fade to the outside and then go for the inside. And I think we should get it done from this position. We do indeed. Up into 4th place. And Rosberg and Raikkonen is really not helping their chances to be winning this race. And lap 23, my teammate is in the pits. Just behind me, Rosberg's attacking me once again. And yet, these primes are just not feeling good at all. I want to get off them as soon as possible, but I think I've got to wait till like lap 28, lap 29, until I can put the options back on, and hopefully for the rest of the race. So Rosberg's going for it once again. He's got the inside line, but I don't know, the AI are a bit weird on the inside. They kind of just stick to the track, don't get the traction, and I can easily defend there. And now we've gone up into P1. Everyone else has pitted, apart from Ricciardo. This could be a bit of a curveball. What is Ricciardo doing? Nice straight line speed, by the way, Renault power unit. Yeah, bye. But yeah, Ricciardo, I think he's potentially trying a different strategy here to make one less pit stop than us. So he could be involved in the battle. But yeah, we'll wait and see. The Red Bull on 100% race usually doesn't feature in the main battles, so we'll wait and see if Ricciardo is involved. But yeah, you can see there, Vettel was just behind me and Ricciardo, so I'm effectively a full pit stop behind the Ferrari driver, so we've got a lot of time to make up later on, but finally we can take off the prime tyres onto the options. Here comes the grip, here comes the pace. So we're last of the cars fighting at the front. Obviously it involves the two Ferraris, the two Mercedes, Ricciardo, and my teammate Bottas, and we set fastest lap after fastest lap after fastest lap. Our pace was brilliant, and we're on the back of Rosberg. Look at this straight line speed. Oh my god, Rosberg tries to defend, but he's got nothing on this car. Jeez, we absolutely breezed past Rosberg from miles behind. We've taken 6th place, which became 5th because Ricciardo pitted, and look at even the pace and the S's. We've got downforce, we've got straight line speed. What a car we've got, what a setup, and I'm going to say it, what a driver. And you can see it here, up the inside of Bottas, we're going to go for it. I don't care if he's my teammate. I want to win this race, I need to beat Hamilton for the championship. And once again, we're back in first, as everyone else has pitted. We're 8 seconds ahead of Vettel. We're coming into the pits in the next few laps, I can't remember which lap exactly. But yeah, Vettel's still ahead of Hamilton, which is key, I've got to say, and hopefully if Hamilton catches up to Vettel, they can hold each other up, which will help me out later on in the race. But yeah, into the pits, lap 43, another set of the options, so 2 pit stops to go, and can we have a good one from the team? We've been pretty consistent this season in terms of pit stop, a load of 2.21s, and that's very nice, 2.1. Well done guys, we're coming out in 5th, is it? No, Rosberg just gets past us. We are ahead of Bottas. What's happened to our teammate? He's seriously lost out in this section of the race. So, yeah, we're going to chase after Rosberg, who at this point had overtaken Ricciardo. And Ricciardo's on a different strategy, so I don't think we're actually going to be fighting him. So we'll get rid of the Red Bull as soon as possible. Kind of right now. So we're up to 5th place. And then chasing after Rosberg. But you can see on the mini-map, we're not too far behind the top 3. You can just make out the cars ahead of us aren't that far. I think it's like 10 seconds ahead. So we can't make that up, and especially with pace like this. We absolutely breeze past Rosberg by Nico and up to 4th. And I'm really looking forward to this final stint when the AI are going to be on primes, I'm going to be on options, and hopefully we have a 2-second advantage on the options. And we're trying to lap Felipe Massa here. Yeah, he kind of gets in the way. But talking about getting in the way, he spins Nico Rosberg out, and you'll see it on board in Rosberg. He's very unlucky here because he does nothing wrong. Massa just comes back on the racing line straight into Rosberg. He's around, and it's been a disastrous race for him. What the hell is Ricciardo doing? Where the hell was he going before he turned right? And let's rewind. Let's have a look. So he's taking the S's properly, and then I'm guessing the yellow flag comes up, and he just goes off. What's he doing? And okay. That's not going to end well. I'm not going to predict what's going to happen there. We'll just presume they were all right in the end. Whoa, Grosjean coming out the pits. I absolutely crapped my pants there. What the hell was Roman doing? His wheel just spatters out. I'm so close to smashing into the back of him. Luckily keep the car under control. That was a scary moment, it really was. And now all the other cars have made their final pit stop. We're the last one to come in, so once again they get the undercut. They've got the undercut on me every pit stop, which hasn't helped, but we'll have the fresher tyres. So option tyres once again. Where are we going to end up after this pit stop? Coming out in 4th place, so we probably won't see Ricciardo, Rosberg and Bottas anymore. And now it's just time to blitz it to the end, chase down all these cars, put it up to rich mix and make the most of these kind of fresh tyres. I think these are the ones I used for my first lap in qualifying, so I didn't actually know that at the time. So yeah, that could affect me later on. And we're closing in on Raikkonen. Just so much straight line speed, but this actually took a number of laps. It took a lot longer than I expected to catch up to the Ferrari, and it's actually a bit disconcerting, is that the word? We'll say concerning for now, because Vettel is 3 seconds ahead, but Hamilton's 3 seconds ahead of him, so I'm actually worried that Hamilton is going to win this race, and I just couldn't get in the DRS zone of Vettel. The gap at this point is 1.1 seconds, and my tyres were feeling awful, and I was gutted at this point because I knew Hamilton is going to win this. There's no traffic ahead of him. I just can't catch up, and we're going to lose some further points to Hamilton. Oh, I was devastated in these last few laps. I really was. And look, so close to Vettel, but it's so far away. And Hamilton has come round the final corner to win the race. We're going to come home in third place. It's been a fun race, a very fun race indeed. But the result is just so disappointing. It's another podium. Once again, we're very consistent. A lot of trophies this season, but to have that guy next to me, squirting me in the face with the champagne, it's just not on, man. I was really disappointed. I still am, because I really want to win this title with Felipe Massa. I feel like he deserves it, but it's just a real shame. But we have finished 8 seconds off Lewis Hamilton. Gutting, yes, but it was a fun race. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I definitely did. Vettel also on the podium, and then Raikkonen. Rosberg had a shocking race, I must admit. And Bottas, just 42 seconds off the lead. Them three just completely capitulated. And then the two Red Bulls. Marcus Ericsson, who led the race earlier on, after our first pit stop, ended up 12th. And Sergio Perez made 8 pit stops at his home race. What the hell was he doing? Jeez. So there's the driver standings. We are ahead of Rosberg, but with 2 races to go, basically we need 2 retirements from Hamilton. That's pretty much the only way we're going to win this. 43 points off the lead. It's not looking good at all, but as long as we beat Rosberg, that's what I'm aiming for now. And if Hamilton has issues, if he gets put in the wall by accident or maybe on purpose, then I'll take advantage of that. And then looking at the constructors, we should be quite far ahead of Ferrari. They closed in slightly, but I think second place is looking good. So if you've enjoyed that, please leave a like, subscribe if you want to see the last 2 races in Brazil and Abu Dhabi, and I'll catch you then. Goodbye.